Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Tengku Muhamad Akmal bin Tengku Yusoff. My metric number is AN19008. So today I will present for my final year project. The title for my final year project is Mechanical Properties of Concrete Block Containing Recycled Paper Sludge (RPS) as Replacement Material. First of all, I would like to thank to technologist Muhamad bin Ahmad Jini as my supervisor and TC Hilmi bin Kosni as my co-supervisor for all the teaching and knowledge given to me for this final year project. Let's begin with the introduction for this project. As we know that Malaysia face significant challenge in dealing with the massive amounts of waste paper sludge produced in the country each year. So this massive amount is producing severe economic and environmental issues in the paper and board industry. So in order to overcome the economic issues connected with waste disposal expense, which account for over half of the cost of wastewater treatment, a feasible solution to waste reuse by lowering the use of natural resource is required. As a consequence, the research present a comparative examination of the experimental results on unique characteristic of a fresh and hardened block with recycled cement aggregates (RCA) and with varied substitutes of recycled paper sludge as a partial substitute for cement. The next is the use of waste and recycled materials in construction and block production is one of the current investment today made by all construction industry, especially for us in Malaysia. It's a good investment for the industry. The new techniques focus on the creation of stabilized masonry block from an industrial byproduct, which is crucial for the future of construction. Okay, the use of recycled paper sludge as a cement substitute material with a lower environmental impact provides prospect for large savings in energy usage and carbon dioxide emission. As far as we know that the cost of block manufacture can be decreased by using this waste resource. Simultaneously, the expansion of Malaysia industrial sector has resulted in numerous studies to reduce environmental pollution. This is involved by reuse waste resources as building material. The significance of these studies is to discover the optimum percentage for the ratio of common block mixture that has high workability by using a friendly replacement material such as paper sludge against cost aggregate and also against the cement. The second objective of this project is to investigate the mechanical properties of the block that contains the recycled paper sludge as a replacement material for cement in the block, and it will test to find and observe the strength and suitability of RPS, which is recycled paper sludge, used in the block mixture, and then it will be compared to the common to the normal block that is normally used in the construction industries. For the scope of study, this study would use recycled paper as the main material as a replacement for cement in the block mixture. And for this project, the dimension of the block is 390 times 190 times 100 millimeter. This block is made up by using RPS as a replacement material for cement in the determined percentage. And the determined percentage of recycled paper sludge that will be used in the mixture, the average range is from 0%, which is used in a normal concrete block, until 30% that will be used to replace cement in the block mixture. Okay, let's move on to the next part, which is literature review. Concrete blocks are made from cement, aggregates and water. In concrete blocks, the cement aggregate ratio is 1:6. The aggregate used is 60% of fine aggregate and 40% of coarse aggregate. Furthermore, the concrete blocks are manufactured in the required shape and size, and this may be solid or may be in hollow blocks. Concrete blocks have a better compressive strength compared to the traditional bricks, and it is designed to minimize the dead weight of the construction. The most important mechanical properties of the mix are compressive strength and concrete block. Compressive strength for load bearing construction up to double story should not be less than 40 kg per centimeter square or 4 Newton per millimeter square. Concrete block have many advantages. The first advantage is cost. So it is affordable availability of concrete blocks that it can result in 10 to 15% decrease in brick and mortar price, as larger bricks consume less mortar. It also have less block wastage owing to higher quality and more consistent size. With higher quality blocks that have a neat finish and edge, exposed masonry and lean plaster may be used to save money on plastering and painting, and this make the concrete blocks is affordable to purchase. The second advantage is to environment, as concrete block use less energy to manufacture compared to the traditional clay bricks, and it also have aesthetic value. There is the option of exposed masonry with higher quality blocks that have a smooth finish and edge. The next advantage of concrete block is for water protection. The concrete block can absorb relatively little water when in or outdoor. Furthermore, concrete blocks are breathable and do not freeze and are simple to clean. The last advantage of concrete block is in employment. It can create jobs in the SME sectors as well as strong chance in retail selling. It is also a possible solution for micro enterprise based local masonry material availability in a housing project. Okay, as we know that in this study, I use recycled paper sludge as a replacement material. So let's give a little bit briefing about what is recycled paper sludge. Recycled paper sludge, also known as filter cake waste or de-inking sludge, is a byproduct of influence treatment procedures most commonly used in the paper recycling industry. The paper sludge contains considerable amounts of organic materials, which is cellulose, as well as inorganic components including clays and calcium carbonate. Cellulose has the property of forming hydrogen bridge during drying, resulting in the formation of a paper plate from the paste. This is why by using whole paper is advantageous, as the cellulose strands have already been separated from the liquid. RPS composition rise, but it commonly contains lime, silica, and alumina, and as a result, it has been utilized as a supplemental cementitious material, which is SCM. The study have shown that when we substitute 15% of the cement with RPS, both flexural and compressive strength were enhanced by up to 20%. Summary of literature review. Concrete blocks are one of the most prevalent building materials with distinctive properties such as molding into diverse forms, thickness, densities, and strengths for various construction industry needs. The methodology part, there are a few steps that needs to do. As we know that the use of recycled paper sludge in this project is to replace the cement in the concrete mix. In this project, the main material is cement. Cement is an extensively used building material. Concrete and other Portland cement-based material have been used in civil engineering projects for many years. However, the global decomposition of civil infrastructure has demonstrated that the technical qualities and strengths of cement-based material must be improved. Besides cement, we use fine aggregate and coarse aggregate. In this study, the sand that was used in this experiment is sand that passed as the requirement need for concrete mix. Usually, the sand used consists of the unmilled type. This sand should be free of contaminants and in a clean condition, while coarse aggregate are any particles larger than 0.19 inch in their diameter, but most commonly vary between 3/8 and 1.5 inch in diameter. RPS that we use to replace cement in concrete block mix have a lot potential to increase the strength and workability of block. For the block design, the dimension is 390 mm times 190 mm times 100 mm. For this project, there are about 28 block specimens used for determining percentage of RPS. The tests that were conducted for this project are compressive strength, water absorption, and density. From this project and studies, we can conclude that the use of recycled paper sludge to replace the main material in the concrete block mixture can improve the mechanical properties and strength of the concrete block. The use of recycled paper such as RPS also is expected to be cost effective in terms of manufacturing as well as the production of this type of block. And the last one is, it is one of the good idea and the best proposal that can be used in improving the construction industry all over the world. I think that's all from me for my final year project, and thank you for listening to my explanation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.